And it's so tight between them on previous meetings. 4 each, total frames. Higgins 36, Bingtao 35. So all points to a close evening. I'm sure an enjoyable one. Bingtao, remember, beat 2 world champions to get here, Sean Murphy and Mark Selby. He'll have to beat 2 more, of course, to win this title. Yeah, it's great to have another full house. Just sense the excitement as the players were introduced.
Yeah, both players enjoyed the walk-on this evening. It is a set up for a brilliant match. We're going to see a lot of this, I think, a lot of these safety battles. Who's going to prevail? You would think over the piece that John is certainly a better scorer, heavier scorer. It's all about creating those chances. That's another thing we're going to see a lot of tonight, is the tap of the baulk cushion. Certainly by John. He's going to have his work cut out. Something that strikes me actually, Bingtao looks so comfortable in this environment for his tender years. And saying that, he's been around quite a while now, playing at the top level, in and around that top level. 6 or 7 years now. First half chance. Not only a terrific pot, but more evidence of that plain ball, middle ball striking. That's a feature of his game.
He's been back in Sheffield in the Victoria Academy where he practices. Just getting ready for what he hopes is a big weekend. Not just a big Saturday, but Sunday as well.
9.
This is maybe where he differs from a lot of top players. A lot of them would attack the bunch here. Let's see if he does. Yeah, I think he is. Good shot, he's okay. And because he's such a quick learner, I think that'll be something he'll have taken on board. He'll have got reports about people saying maybe he's not quite as aggressive as some.
Bingtao, 16.
Yeah, we can excuse him that. I'm going to use a lot of pace. Had one eye in the cue ball.
Also, this is a big occasion. I mean, the crowd, they enjoyed the dance cam before we started. It was a real atmosphere. The players were just standing at the back listening to it all. And then suddenly it's into the bear pit.
wasn't sure.
1.
Yeah, worth another look. Thank goodness for gravity, eh? Wow.
Nine.
Yeah, we'll see what difference that makes. Had it stayed on the lip, could well have gone 1-0 down, as it is a chance for John Higgins to just bed himself into this first frame. Myself and Phil Yates were going through the records earlier. We reckon he's looking for his 95th professional final. There's all
16.
sorts of tournaments on there, ranking events, big invitation events, smaller tournaments as well, but just reflective of his long career, which is at the top level, spanning close now to 3 decades. Not just playing, but playing at the top level.
17.
Early indications, exemplary
24.
cue ball. Come to expect nothing less. I had the good fortune to field for John this afternoon when he was practicing. First shot, he had a maximum.
$25.
Well, for him, that was a poor one. Bit straight for comfort, this.
32.
Should be okay. Yeah, that's not the bad shot. The one before it. Anytime you use pace, we saw the initial red, the first one, at dead weight, you've got a chance of it dropping. At pace, different ball game, literally.
So they've each had a chance, they've each missed a red. It's an interesting one, I think, for Judd Trump. This, who would you rather play? The older player who you've had many battles with, you've beaten him, he's beaten you, or the younger, maybe hungrier player who's coming through, you're probably going to have plenty of battles with in the future? Terrific work for Higgins. Classic sort of shot to nothing there, but he got the pot, which means he gets control here.
John
Yeah,
Higgins.
because Trump
1.
has won the last 16 frames, so I guess he doesn't really mind who he plays, but it'll be an interesting one. The dynamic tomorrow, depending on who comes through.
He's got quite a bit to think about. No access to the side of the bunch of reds, and you probably wouldn't want to if there was. So into the low side of the bunch of 5, but even that has to be so accurate. And he's fully aware of it. Yeah, I mean, to get to that apex red in the low side, you need to get it right on the nose. That'd be a devil's own job. This might be worth one cushion and try and glance something thin. He's now looking at the two cushion glancer. That's the shot he's going to play.
One.
John Higgins looking to reach his 3rd final in a row, of course, and I suppose the omen is that he did beat Bingtao in the previous 2, the Northern Ireland Open semis, the quarters of the English Open.
Seven. Eight.
Yeah, doesn't like it. Straight's no good because that bottom red is on, but only to left corner. It's actually bolt straight, which means it's physically impossible to get on that red, actually. You're going to have to play the one to the far corner.
$15. John Higgins, 15.
Yeah, that's twice, isn't it? At pace. See, I think John's got in his mind the red that's nearest the black, the bottom of the 5. I think he's going to try and push it onto the right side cushion. Just watch that red. 3-ball plant, red onto the cushion. There it is. Just a little bit too much pace.
So the Reds now out in the open. Bingtao 32 behind. A very tense start to proceedings this evening. Just flicked off that red. That could have been bad news for Bingtao. He pushed a little safe, which isn't great for him, but could have left Higgins in there potentially. Well, that's the other dynamic, isn't it? A little bit of luck at the right time. He raises his hand. Just flick the yellow's gone in behind the brown. I know Mark Selby felt that Bingtao had a little bit of running late on in their match, but Higgins has had it early on here.
Yeah, and that red in line with the cue ball there. I think the left middle pocket is obstructing the one cushion drop on that one. Two cushion glancer again.
Foul. No miss. Bingtao 4.
So miscalled, but this red is possible. One thing he's really good at is the big shots, and this was one. You know, he misses that, he probably does the frame. But he didn't miss it, got the cannon nicely, so chance here.
Eight.
I agree totally with Stephen when he made the point about Jan maybe not being as creative as some of the other top players. And yes, he's still young, but this is the kind of situation where you have to be quite creative if you're going to threaten a clearance. I'm not saying it's anything remotely straightforward, because obviously it's not, but you've got to just
16.
get the pattern correct almost as much as anything else, or the way you want to go about this.
22.
Yeah, pretty good. Is he brave enough to play this at pace? Because to get high of straight in the black he's going to have to, or does he hedge bets and just drop it in, sacrifice a cue ball? He's going with pace, I think. Brilliant. That is a fantastic shot.
The room sort of collectively held its breath there, but these cloths are nice and slick.
One.
It's one of those reds, this, where it's quite a nice distance off the cushion, where it's almost impossible to go round the back of it. So you'd expect him to at least make contact.
$38. Bingtao, 38.
Yeah, nasty shot to have to play. Lose this frame very much in the balance. 10 points in it. The whole night is like this. It's going to be an absolute thriller, this match.
Yeah, obvious point to make here. Don't make contact, possible free ball. Let's see.
Foul. No miss. John Higgins, 4.
Yeah.
Free
ball. The first point of interest. Can John pot the green? Oh, it's one of those. They'll probably be jacking up a fraction. Easy to push this.
Green ball.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it was known in the trade as a fresh air shot. Yeah, no wonder he's just had a walk away. I don't fancy it either. Rather you than me, John. There it is. Whoop.
free ball, you can't just roll him behind the green here. That would be a foul. Of course, has the option to put them back to where they were, as it was a miss.
Yellow ball.
Great thinking, great shot.
Yeah, the yellow was the one awkward ball. So now what a chance for Higgins in this opening frame. In his disappointment losing to Neil Robertson a couple of weeks ago at the English Open final, he said he no longer had what it takes to play at the top level. He may be proven wrong the next couple of days.
Six.
Yellow to blue, inclusive required.
$15. John Higgins, 15.
That really is a surprise. The man who's made so many clearances misses what for him is a straightforward green.
Don't know about John, but I'm still getting over the shock of the missed green. Unbelievable. Well, at least he's got a chance to do something about it. Oh, that is absolute class, that safety shot. I mean, alright, he's left the gap. He's unlucky because that was a beauty.
Well, half-hour start. What a start this is. Thrilling opening frame, all sorts of drama, some unexpected mistakes as well. That could have been bad for Yan Bingtao. The cue ball just wobbled but stayed out. My feeling is, just walking in today, that the stature of this event grows every year, and when you get to the semi-finals, there'll be no play in the afternoon. Feels like a big occasion, because it is. Players, if you speak to any player, they all regard this now as one of the game's major tournaments. So it's maybe not a surprise that this is a rather tense start to the evening's play.
How's this cue ball? little bit unlucky. That's cool. He's got a little smile on his face. He was unfortunate there. What a pot. Little smile on his face like, boy, I was a wee bit unfortunate there. Almost deserved a good flick on the brown.
Clean the white, yeah.
Here was his little reaction off it. Yeah, I was good there. I really was. He's going to have to be good again. The one good thing about this shot, at least he can go deep with the cue ball and get it spinning to hold for blue. But this pot is so difficult. Not a shot you play very often.
Blue and pink needed then. This was the pocket that John Higgins missed the green into. He looked a good thing to clear up. Jan's already potted a brilliant green and a brilliant brown. Excellent blue as well.
12.
I did say early on he's good at the big shots. He needs this pink. Glance at the scores. It's pink to win a very dramatic opening frame.
18. And the
We've
frame,
got some
young
night ahead of us,
Bingtao.
I think, here. What a thrilling start. John Higgins, though, will be very disappointed. He missed that green with a good chance to win the frame. 33 minutes it took. Bingtao leads John Higgins 1-0.
More great entertainment? That's just the job. Trust a Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Early Evening.
JustATrader.com.
Welcome back once again to Bolton. We're underway in our second semi-final of the Champion of Champions. There are the hashtags. If you've got any questions or comments, it's ITV Snooker and Champ of Champs. John Higgins might have a few questions after that first frame. He did have a chance, didn't he? Missed that green, and Bingtao made a far from straightforward little clearance there, didn't he? Really
Thank you. Take
excellent
your
pots
seats,
on
please.
green, brown and
The
blue.
second frame.
Knocked in the
Young
pink as
Bingtao
well. He
at the
leads
break.
1-0. Judd Trump waits in the final tomorrow. course, their Masters final was very close, 10-8 to Yan Bingtao at the start of the year in Milton Keynes. He'd already won a ranking event at that point, the Riga Masters, and lost in a couple of finals, but that really was a breakthrough in one of the game's biggest tournaments. And he looks set to be the #1 ranked Chinese player after the UK Championship, because Ding Junhui has a lot of points coming off from 2 years ago on the rolling system.
Can you please check?
There's a bit of noise. A lot of people went out after the first frame, which is quite lengthy, and I think John was put off there.
Go to the back and check. There's some noise coming from the back.
Tatiana Wollaston, the referee, asking for security to go and shush a few people.
From the back? The noise that coming from the back. Can you please ask them to calm down?
I mean, you can hear it. There is noise. So we're just waiting for security to do their thing.
Yeah, there's no way John can thin off that red he was looking at there. He can't afford to leave a freebie shot to nothing. And he knows it. Looking for green ball cover. That red to right corner. Not got it. Half chance Yan. This is one of these shots we sort of did at the top, in behind Brown. You see, if you leave him something like that, he'll pretty much always find that target. Good shot.
1.
A little bit unlucky there, actually. Little foot shuffle tells us
Black ball.
he's going all systems, long straight black. Boy, this is such a tough shot. Oh, oh yeah.
Eight. Nine. $15. $16.
John Higgins, of course, won this title 5 years ago, 2016, but in fact this is the first time since then he's been in this stage of the event, the semi-finals.
$23. $24.
Blackie potted early on here to that yellow pocket. That was sort of
29.
just exercising a few demons from frame one when he missed that green. Could yet be a significant shot tonight. It may just be the one that gets him going.
$30.
Just calculating here where the value lies. Did I try to disturb the 6? Looks that way.
$37.
Yeah, it's just hampered. Brown's not in a nice spot. Built a useful lead, but not a huge one here. This feels like a big shot, this red.
No problem.
38. $45.
Well, this is where it started really. Potted the long red, didn't finish great on a colour, but thundered in that black. A real statement of intent.
Yeah, he's just concerned about the cannon on the second red here. Can the cue ball go on and off cushion without making contact with another red? That's the concern. He's actually not using the cushion. He's going to try and screw through that second red. Yeah, and you take your eye off the pot.
John Higgins.
The amount of
45.
times a player does that is incredible. And it'll be the same for the rest of time. Everything was on the cue ball.
One. Eight.
Now, does the pink go? If the pink goes, he might have an out here, but yeah, it clearly does. Is he brave enough to play this red to right middle? Apologies, he can get through to the other one. A little bit fortunate maybe, but cue ball is no bargain. Well
Nine.
played. Good recovery.
$16. $17. $24. 25.
So he was in on 45. Now he's having to stay focused in case Bingtao slips up. Once again, there's that one red close to the right side cushion as there was in the last frame.
$33.
Again, I'm going to speak about being creative. I wonder if he's thought about it yet. Sort of off straight pink. He might be, he should be playing for it this time. Off straight pink and try and release that red that Dave's talking about.
$41.
Is he straight enough? No, he can't get it from there. I suppose, well, whether he had that in his mind, if that plan A doesn't work, plenty other letters to choose from. So back to work. He'll already be thinking about that red.
48.
Not sure that he might have the angle to dislodge it here and now. He's trying to convince himself. No, he's going to pick off the loose one first. I think that's a smart shot, because if he goes red here and tries to dislodge the last of the reds and doesn't get it, at the very worst he's going to be in some control of the safety exchange that follows. I think that's why that was a smart play.
Bingtao, 54.
I don't think anyone could see that one.
One.
So obviously he's given up that advantage to John. The only thing with the red being on the cushion, it's obviously more difficult to dislodge, and it's a bit more difficult to play a good safety shot off it. Should he not dislodge it? Let's see. Yeah, now he doesn't have the cross double on, so he's going to have to come up with... Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one whichever way he plays this.
John Higgins, 8.
Over here again, it's similar really to the last frame. Last red, point between them. In the last frame, Higgins played a really good safety, and of course he did earn the free ball, but missed the green.
Foul. And a miss. John Higgins, 4.
Tatiana Wollaston checking again for the free ball. Doesn't seem to be one though.
Back.
So they're going back.
Yeah, just as well the pink didn't drop there, wasn't it? That would have been a freebie. Free ball. Yeah, now this is going to take a little bit of time because it's critical.
Well, Rob Spencer is the marker. It's his birthday today. Where would you rather be than sorting this out?
Back into ball. Another ball or so.
In fact, it's not. It's Paul Collier.
Keep going. About another ball's width back. It's quite a distance.
To the back?
Yeah, yeah. And a bit more again.
Yeah, between them, Paul and Tatiana will get this pretty much spot on. You've always got to trust. Yeah, good stuff, Jan. He said, no, that doesn't feel correct. So
Yeah. I think it's a bit this way. Is it to me?
the referee and John Higgins actually in the marker, and all of us are watching. We've got to trust in Jan.
Paul, is that a bit more this way towards the cushion?
It looks about right. It's the amount you're looking at, I can't tell from here.
Yeah. Happy? John? Thank you.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Well, now the yellow's gone on the cushion, which is an extra complication. It's not so much frames as matches within matches. So far, it's only second frame. It feels like we've already been going half the night here. It's real hard-fought stuff, which we kind of expected between these two. One thing I will say, though, is if Jan Bingtao can win another frame like this against John Higgins, that really does put him in good stead. You know, it just illustrates that toughness he has. Okay, in the last frame he did have to rely on a Higgins mistake, but then he potted some terrific balls himself to take the frame out. saw some footage the other night when one of our matches was over quickly of Ray Reid and Alex Higgins from the original Champion of Champions, two great tactical battlers, and this is sort of starting to feel reminiscent of that match. Albeit some of the etiquette slightly better here than some of it in that one.
Yeah, there was the odd bit of movement here and there behind the cue, wasn't there? Say no more. But yeah, I can see what you mean, Dave, with these exchanges. Obviously. Yeah, good shot again, John. Just going to say, obviously, it's one thing playing a good safety shot the way the table is, but it feels like the frame's not really going to start in earnest until the yellow's going to be dealt with one way or another. Jockeying for position at the minute.
Well, the miss. John Higgins, 6.
Yeah, he caught the pink.
Roll. John, thank you.
Okay, mention about the yellow. John's just thinking here, if I can knock this in, shot in the green's got opportunities to release that yellow. Doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball off this shot.
1.
Yeah, he got something. I think he can reach that. Blue's good though. It's quite a big target off this blue. Not big target, but a nice target, because if you get it full-ish, you expect to push it towards that top left corner. Yeah, massive value in the blue. Definitely. It's one of those though that just looking at it, wouldn't be surprised if he caught the top bump of the middle pocket. Let's see. That bump there.
Six.
So, first frame was 33 minutes. This has just gone past the half-hour mark.
John, John Higgins, 6.
As the safe ball comes out, he's got the snooker. What a battle already this is. He's only thrown 2 of a possible 11.
Just thinking, actually, part of your job as a top snooker player or any standard snooker player is make your opponent's job difficult. This is one of the assets that Yan Bingtao has. He somehow or other is able to make it difficult, even for the very best. And that's why he's got John pondering and thinking so much. And the indecision brings a mistake. Not saying this is easy, far from it, this yellow. But green waiting. Yeah, they're not easy, these shots. Again, it's one of those, you don't get to play it all that often, so you've got to sort of pick your spot and trust it.
So the first frame 33 minutes, this already 34. Yan Bingtao won the first frame if you're just joining us on the pink. Been fortunate here. Double kiss, covered the yellow.
Of course, 15 points behind Yan. He's got to be careful of not really, didn't want to make contact with any of the 5 colours with the threat of pushing one of them safe at the back of his mind. It's all in all not a bad shot, you know. Almost sort of hanging one out there and trying to tempt John in to come at you. Does he have a go at this? The thing about it is the safety's maybe just as difficult as the pot. Yeah, he had a go. Oh yes, oh yes. Pace, line, perfection.
Well, it's what you were saying right at the start of the programme, you know, his ability to find these spots. To duke it out like this with John Higgins, and Higgins tapping the table. Showing his appreciation.
In the yellow.
Yeah, just a word actually for referee tonight, Tatiana Williston, one of the very best in my opinion. Wife of Ben, tour player, great guy. Her concentration has been first class tonight, something I always look for the referee. I mean in general they're all brilliant, and Tatiana is exceptional. Now then. Okay, how straight is he on the green? If he's straight, the best he can do is a mid to long distance brown.
Five.
Here we go then, the biggest shot of the match. I think the smart way to play this, bearing in mind it's Jan that's playing it, is don't try and do too much with the cue ball. Settle for the long blue to far corner. Just kill the cue ball. Or is he going up and down? I think he's topping this through. Oh, wow. Oh, what a shot. Perfect.
9.
Well, this is what he did in the last round, isn't it? When he got to these colours, he was potting all sorts and a terrific brown. He needs pink
14.
and black now, and it's another steal. And he's shown great steel in these exchanges with John Higgins, who's fought for an hour and 13 minutes and may well have got nothing out of the evening yet. This young man is seriously tough. And he's demonstrated it once again here. Black for a 2-0 lead.
27 in the frame, Jan Bingtao.
Jan Bingtao showing maturity beyond his young years. Once again, 2 epic frames have gone his way. He leads John Higgins 2-0.
Another entertaining programme? That's just the job. Trust a Trader, sponsoring ITV4 early evening.
TrustATrader.com. Last year, I told you EE had the best iPhone ever. I lied. It's come to light the new iPhone 13 Pro is the best ever. You can shift focus with cinematic mode. I also said that EE was the UK's best network 7 years in a row. I also lied. Now wait.
Playing good times, which may be a bit ironic for John Higgins. These are the names left. Kyron Wilson yet to be taken down. He will be tomorrow. It's a bit like Squid Game, just less brutal. All those banners have been taken down as the week's gone on. And we're left with, well, 3 as it stands. Judd Trump in the final. And of course, either John Higgins or Yan Bingtao to join them. So we've been going an hour and 13 minutes. And it's 2-0 to Yan Bingtao. He won the first on the pink, the second on the black. Some terrific potting along the way. The brown in particular in frame 2 made all the difference. The confidence with which he played it, and the accuracy as well.
Thank you. Take your
and of course,
seat as soon
having
as
the
possible,
temperament
please.
to make these clearances makes
Excuse
a
me.
difference. Crowd just settling down. We're ready for frame 3.
Thank you. Frame 3. John Higgins to break.
We've got the same problem as after the last frame. Some people have gone out and you can hear them backstage. Higgins, of course, a man with vast experience. This is not the first time something like this has happened, but I guess the most concerning thing was he was in. He had, on that 45, he missed that red with sort of divided attention. And then a long battle was won by Yan Bingtao.
There's the patience that we talk about. Didn't fancy it with good reason. I think I'll just buy myself another. Which he's gonna. He's seen what sort of shot John's going to leave him, but that's the other difficulty. If early in a match you go behind against Jan, he's almost trying to lull you into coming out at him. You see, and this is the shot he's bought himself here. He's got choices, maybe, long red, but definitely a chance to attack safety-wise. He always got you thinking. Is Jan a bit like one of those football teams that play about a 5-man midfield and you can't get any room? Everything feels kind of congested and you don't get freedom. There it is again, trying to get John to make the first move. Yeah, what he's got himself here is it's one of these kind of half ball. Wants the cue ball up behind the yellow somewhere, because there's not really a shot to nothing on in that left corner. Yes, he's playing the spinner like that. Little bit shy of pace, but he's given John something to deal with. Yeah, there's a pot on, but you got to be quite accurate with this. Got to get close to the pot if he's going to avoid the cannon. And it feels right now that because John is being denied time, space and opportunity, that everyone that does come along, it feels a wee bit more important than it normally would.
I think all we can say at this stage with some certainty is it's not going to be an early night. We've already been going an hour and 21 minutes. It's 2-0. And they're sort of still going at each other with every shot here. Bingtao, credit to him, for winning 2 frames like that against Higgins. Yeah, he's got the 4 times world champion well and truly on the back foot here. Could easily have been 2-0 the other way. But right now Higgins just under it. But what do great players do when they're under it? They find pots like that. Fantastic.
Fine. Six. Eleven.
No. This looks no good. That's 2 shots in a row where he's been a wee bit short of pace. He's done something. But he's going to have to judge this cannon. In fact, he's going to have to rely on a little bit of luck with the cannon. Obviously trying to catch the second red thin. Get the cue ball back up table. And the pressure has been building
11.
and building. It was only for a few shots. And I'll say again, he was short twice in a row, and the self-inflicted pressure has told.
One.
Saw the average shot times a moment ago, 31 and 35 seconds. Of course, that's because of just the style of play it's been, the attritional play. We've not really seen breaks to speak of. If we do, then those shot times will come down.
7. Eight.
And because he's not a player who typically plays with lots of rhythm and sort of flowing walk round the table like a lot of the top players do, when he's got you in trouble and got you under pressure, it feels a long time in between visits. It all adds to the flavour of what Jan brings to the match table. You could tell there, couldn't you, with John, a kind of pensive looking John Higgins right now. Plenty to think about.
Yeah, I mean, from what you were saying, Alan, he was fairly good on the practice table, playing well, but you can never predict how a match will go. And of course, had that chance in the first frame, missed the green, had chances in the second, was in early on. All the momentum with his opponent. Yan Bingtao, really the product of the Chinese snooker boom that was sparked by Ding Junhui's capture of the 2005 China Open. Yan would have been 5 then, and on the wake of that, there was huge investment into snooker in China, academies set up, and lots of competitions as well. Chance not just to play, but to play tournament snooker, and he's come through that. World Amateur Champion at the age of 14.
Yeah, he's come a long way, literally,
70.
hasn't he? Hails from Zibo in China, about 250 miles away from Beijing, up in the northeast China.
$18.
Now there's a tale to tell. The minute he starts to play an extravagant shot, i.e. running side on that blue with pace and power, becomes a cropper. Not saying it was easy, far from it. It's not a Yan Bingtao type of shot now. Will that give John some freedom?
Yeah, he just lost control, didn't he? He'd been in control nicely up to that point.
Oh, the slumped shoulders very much tell the story.
Yeah, the slow walk is the clue, isn't it? He knew he'd come into check, but he knew he wasn't on the pink.
Well, if he takes on this blue, he's not taking it on because he fancies it. He'd be taking it on because he's going through a little bit of frustration right now. Under the circumstances, this is probably the wrong shot. Can he pull it off? Oh! That'll work. Brave and, well, brilliant. What a shot.
Seven.
There was a kind of awed silence here, wasn't there, as this blue travelled
14.
towards the pocket. Was it going to reach? Was it on target? Answer to both questions, yes.
$15.
So potentially a tale of two blues in this frame. Long way to go yet, but Higgins may just get him going.
$20. $21.
Hit that beautifully. I know the pink was a certainty, but that's
27.
as good a shot as John struck tonight. Just the cue ball, the behaviour of it was nice. Make him feel good.
28. $35. $36.
Black to lead by 36, so another red and a black. 44 the lead with 43 on.
Yeah, good call, Dave. John obviously aware.
43.
Just had a look at the black, so only thing is that red is right on his ideal line. Just be missing it left of the red. Yeah, well
44.
controlled.
But he made up his mind to take that early blue, whether it was frustration, whether it was bravery, maybe it was both. Bottom line is it went in. If this black goes in, Bingtao needs a snooker.
$51.
Well,
John Higgins.
it's been that sort of
51.
night. It's just not going to be straightforward, is it? So, Bingtao gets his chance. One snooker needed.
1.
Yeah, John going through a little bit of
8.
heartache there, thinking, I don't need this in my life right now. There it is. Well, obviously should never have missed it. Had it gone in, we'd already be racking up for frame 4. So, a little bit of pain to endure.
Bingtao, 8.
Very good. Huge shot, huge consequences if he misses the red. Great hit. Okay, every chance of having to escape again. Can Jan keep the red away from a cushion? Pretty good. And how clever. He kept it away from a cushion and left it in a spot where red-blue wins the frame with a snooker. Very, very clever indeed. Yeah, here it is. And the fact that he got the cue ball square onto the brown, giving John no end of trouble. So much so that John's going to have to play this. Well, surely he's not playing it 2 cushions. This is amazing. Well, I'm flabbergasted at this, because if he misses this, he's going to leave it playing 2 cushions. Oh, but what a hit!
Looks like a missed opportunity this time. Just surrendering the advantage by failing to get the snooker. That must be in Higgins' mind, the feeling, as Alan said, we should be into frame 4 here. All this mental energy, all this anxiety he doesn't need after the evening he's already had. It's a real sort of master v pupil feeling to this match, and the pupil is more than standing up to it. He's absorbing the lessons well and truly. Well, Higgins seems to have got away with a double kiss. It could have been another nasty spot he was in. Can he put the red away? That will solve all of his problems. There's a man walking down the stairs right on his island. I don't think John actually noticed him though. See him coming down the stairs there, completely oblivious.
What an effort. And I think he actually did play in behind the brown. What an effort, and what a run around he's given John. Just at the minute. More of the same. John thinking, oh, come on, lay off. Give us a break for a minute. More stress.
Well, it's another half-hour frame. They all have been so far. What we've seen Jan Bingtao, doesn't worry about reputations. He's beaten Murphy, he's beaten Selby.
One.
So electing to pop the red. Blue, it's still one snooker.
Six. Jan Bingtao, 6.
Guessing John Higgins has had more enjoyable Saturday nights than this.
I think the way John's thinking about playing this the first time, coming in off the second cushion at pretty much a 45-degree angle is the best way. It makes it the biggest target. That's what he's looking for here. As wide a target to hit the yellow. This would be the way. Get quite close to the pink. Great shot. Brilliant thinking. Top class execution. But boy, has he been given a few headaches in this frame.
Two.
Yeah, not great. He wanted another foot and a half of pace in the cue ball out into the middle of the table. He can't play the two cushions now in behind Brown. Yeah, it just kind of wasn't on
Bingtao, two.
because of where he left the cue ball.
Feels like a long time since Higgins missed that red along the top cushion when he was 44 in front with 43 on. That's because it is quite a long time ago. That would have killed the whole thing off. Pretty much. This is relentless.
Yeah, there was another great Asian player on our tour a few years ago. Actually reminds me a little bit of Jan with those type of shots. Pankaj Advani, the great Pankaj, world billiard champion and brilliant snooker player. He was like that when he needed the snooker. He always seemed to trap you.
Three. Bingtao, three.
Here's another. All right, he's a little unlucky to leave, well, a gap or an easy swerve for John, but there it is. But the point remains, and I don't think it's something, I think it's, you can learn this stuff to a degree, but a lot of it is just inbuilt in certain players. And Jan's definitely one of them. I say, that puts me in mind of Pankaj.
16 minutes it is since Higgins missed that red that I mentioned. 16 minutes of pain. It's been heaped on him, but he keeps on getting out of it though.
Well, at long last, John might get a chance for a wee bit of respite here. Cushion first, send the brown. Hopefully get a snooker, but just play a shot that's not stressful for a change. Ooh, he won't like where the black's gone either. Just another dynamic has been added to this frame now. John leaving brown over the pocket isn't even going to be a thing anymore, because of where the black is.
So this is the new longest frame. First was 33 minutes, the second 40 exactly. We're now just past the 40 mark for the third. Yeah, didn't quite get him.
Yeah, that was the gamble. That was a gamble. I thought there he might have shown the patience that he already has and maybe just park the brown and wait for a better shot. Don't see any mistake this time from John Higgins. But
Well, that's a serious error, isn't it? Because that was frame over finally, and he's just putting himself. He's putting himself through the pain here now. Higgins, second chance to really kill it off. You know, there could be another 15 minutes here of the same thing coming.
Well, we know he clearly can't pot the brown, otherwise they've already played it by now. The thing he's worried about here is a double kiss, sending the brown up and down. In the end, it was a treble kiss, wasn't it? Had it 3 times he hit the brown. Is John thinking about maybe separating pink and black? No, I suppose it was too risky, but good shot.
Well,
Now that makes a difference. Just a bit of breathing space for Higgins.
Higgins,
2
four.
snookers needed now.
I don't think it's the time or the place for the swerve shot. Free balls and all that business. Don't want to get involved in this. He is doing. Yeah, good hit, well played.
So we're approaching, as you see, the 2-hour mark for the match. It's 24 minutes since Higgins got to the snooker's required stage initially.
four.
I just have an image of Judd Trump with his room service enjoying this and hoping we get, another 8 frames of this. So he's potted the brown. It's still 2 snookers, whatever.
Bingtao, 4.
got close to getting another snooker. Of course, Higgins escaped from everyone he's been in so far. Remember the blue he potted right at the start of the break he made to the opposite far corner. This one's not there, he's left it over the pocket, trying to force Jan to pull all his eggs in one basket, because obviously 2 snookers on pink and black is going to be very tough. And that's what he's going to have to attempt to do.
5.
Well, where's the white though? Where's the white? This could be the end of it.
John Higgins 5.
So, 51-minute frame, 28 and a half minutes since John Higgins got to the snooker's required stage. He was put through it, wasn't he? But he has finally won his first frame. A long night still ahead of us. Jan Bingtao leads John Higgins 2-1.
More great entertainment? That's a big tick from me. Trust a Trader, sponsoring ITV4 early evening.
TrustATrader.com.
Last year, I told you EE had the best iPhone ever. I lied. It's come to light the new iPhone 13 Pro is the best ever. You can shift focus with cinematic mode. I also said that EE was the UK's best network 7 years in a row. I also lied. It's now 8. I can't change the past. I'm just a man with the new iPhone in his hand and the truth in his heart. Get the new iPhone 13 Pro on the UK's best network.
'Twas the season of cheer, and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike did touch his soul. Riding fast, flowing proud, hitting his fitness goal.
You can do it! I'm doing it!
Was Scrooge a new man?
Three, 40 and 51 minutes so far, so
Thank
it's
you.
been
Take your seats, please.
a long haul just to get here.
Frame 4. Jan Bingtao to break.
So 2-1 it is to Jan Bingtao. Remember, it's best of 11. Average frame time, look at that, 41.5 minutes. Real old school stuff, that. Not really what you'd expect in this event, because of course it's all the top players, the tournament winners, but it's been quality. That's the thing, the safety play has been of the absolute highest quality. Hello? Oh, very close to fluking it.
Yeah, it's been pretty slow, but fascinating stuff. You'll get no complaints from me, my friends. Big frame, obviously. One before the mid-session. Never easy after what's gone before to get your cue arm through delivering the way you want it to, the way it normally would. That's just natural. Any sort of chance you get, it always seems, well, at least doubly as difficult, probably more so. Yeah, superb control. First pot in 30 minutes of live play for John.
Six.
I know it's been talked about a lot, and why not, the last month or so, last couple of months, but the regime of fitness that John's been employing of late and looking good, feeling good, it's nights like this where it might pay off.
7.
You know, you're going to have these situations where it's going to be a long night. It's part of the deal as a snooker player. The fitter you are of mind and body, all the better.
That's a lovely split, very nearly unlucky. A couple of kisses, sent that red close to the middle.
John Higgins, 12.
So just when things were looking up, in one shot it all goes wrong again.
Yeah, and he's completely freed the black as well. Not for the immediate future, but that'll keep, and Jan probably find his way down there.
1.
What a chance. Talking about the cold arm thing, not got any rhythm out there. Yeah, this is the best way to find it with this sort of opportunity.
3. Four.
I'm not going to say Jan Bingtao's not a top player just yet. He's pretty much there. But these are the points in a match when a top player presses on. You have to punish that sort of mistake that John's just made. This is the moment of the match where you've got to pounce, jump all over this one, and take yourself to the interval.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching John in his chair. He just looked thoroughly fed up because it was a good position. He got the reds open. Good position to maybe win a much quicker frame with a big break. Suddenly he goes into that interval. It's 2 each. You just start it again when they come back.
10.
Yeah, because sometimes 3-1 behind, it's no great drama, really. Still a long way to go to the winning line, but because of the way the match has gone tonight, 3-1 down really does seem like a mountain.
Sixteen.
The great Ronnie O'Sullivan always talks about being able to play with rhythm and even personality. This again, case in point here. Try and win this at this visit with a little bit of swagger, a little bit of gallus stuff, as we call it in Glasgow.
24.
Try and send a message to John. Right, I've got you where I want you. Now I'm going to start pressing ahead and try and pull away.
One. 32. 39. 40.
He just retrieved the situation there. As I say, such an important visit, the way they are. 28 to the good, black 35. 3 decent reds in the open that would secure it.
$47. 48.
That's smart too. Low straight in the red.
55.
Probably back up for pink now. And access to the last of the loose ones. Even better.
56.
Push another into the open. So one good positional shot. From blue to red. And it's going to be 3-1.
Yeah, and for all that we've talked about the safety play in this match, John Higgins has missed quite a few significant balls as well that have contributed. His pot success down at 79%. Started with that green really in the first frame. And of course there was a red in this one when he got them open and it was looking hopeful for him. Jan much nearer where you want to be at 88%.
$61. $62.
What we're seeing again is that Jan Bingtao is not concerned about the reputations of his opponents. He's completely in his own bubble, which is where you need to be to play this game at the top level. It's pink, and barring snookers, he'll be 2 frames clear at the interval. What a battle it's been. 2 hours, 17 minutes. They've been out there. There'll be a 15-minute break, of course. Just wants to drop this in. He doesn't want the other way round. What happened in the last frame? John Higgins just unable to clinically kill the frame off. Higgins has been put through his paces. As I say, though, there's been a few misses from him which have definitely contributed to the position he's in. Still, you feel, though, there's a long way to go yet.
Yeah, that'll put the seal on it. But yeah, going back to John, I do think he will change something. He'll try something after the interval that might just spark him into gear, as he did between matches in the first and second round here. Played pretty poorly against Ding to fall over the line in the end, but was a completely different
74.
player when he faced Ronnie. Gonna have to find something tonight in the second half of this match.
Jan Bingtao, 74.
Yeah, because it's a real tough assignment in the shape of Jan Bingtao, who holds the advantage by 2 frames.